Sofia for Macedonia against Croatia. Well, for Macedonia, it's only their second outing in the European Championships. They did try to qualify for Euro 96. They failed to do so then. But certainly in this qualifying tournament, they've come up with some good results. They are unfortunate to lose to Croatia when these two teams did meet in Zagreb. But they bounced back from that loss to beat Malta in Malta by 2-1. Perhaps their biggest problem, they haven't played too many matches, in fact, since then. In fact, their last international, you have to go back to the 18th of November, which was against Malta, and a 2-1 victory. Well, for Macedonia, there are some useful players who play their football around Europe. They are very much a team in the true sense of the word. Let's check their starting lineup. And there are 4 changes, in fact, from the side that beat Malta last time out. The number 4, Stojanovski, comes in, as does Trejčev, the number 7. Čerčić, who's been scoring goals regularly in Germany for his club, will lead the attack. Černesky also comes in. He's a player that is their playmaker from midfield. So that's the starting 11 for Macedonia. As for Croatia, well, they played just last month and were beaten 3-1 by Spain in a friendly. And they have made 5 changes. Alan Boksic is back. He's missed so much in the last year, including the World Cup finals, because of injury. Also coming back into midfield is Arsanovic, now playing his football in Greece. Simic also operates in midfield. And Saldo, who missed that game against Spain, which was a 3-1 loss, comes back to add some strength to the defence. So most of those players for Croatia were in France last year at the World Cup finals. Our referee from Motherwell in Scotland, that's Hugh Dallas, who this time last week, in fact, was looking after the Scottish Cup final between Celtic and Rangers. There could be just as much passion in this one as well.
Well, it's a highly charged atmosphere, isn't it, Mike? And quite worrying for Croatia. I think they expect a difficult game. But what's worrying Croatia is that in 1999, Mike, they've yet to record a victory. So they need an improved performance today against a real difficult opposition.
Babunski, who is very hard tackling midfielder for Macedonia. And neat play that time as they took the ball away from Bunovic. One of the new players who has been brought in. He's scored a couple of goals already in this qualifying tournament. Who plays his football with Trabzonspor in Turkey. And a throw for Croatia. This is Saric. And breaks down. It's very crowded in midfield in these early moments. Macedonia giving the ball away that time. Seeing a big crowd here and really getting behind the home side, even these early stages. Emil Saric, who plays for Croatia Zagreb. He did have a spell in Spain with Sporting Gijón. Now Croatia attacking down that far side. And the trip. And the yellow card for the challenge there on Robert Yanni. So the Scottish referee trying to stamp his authority on it. This game very, very quickly. That goes to Černesky. So Černesky in the referee's notebook. And a free kick now for Croatia. Flick header on, but way off target in the end. It was Brulic, who has scored, as I said, a couple of goals already in the qualifying stages of this tournament. One of the unsung heroes has been brought into the squad. Finished third in the World Cup finals in France last year. And of course, also, Eddie, they had a very good Euro 96, getting through to the quarter-finals before being knocked out by the eventual winners, Germany.
Eventual champions, Germany, beating them. So it's been A period of good success, really, Mike, for Croatia. Like I said before, the results in this new year haven't been impressive, but they still have a team that is steeped in quality. There's so many players playing in Europe and playing at the top of their game. Like I said, also, they're playing against a team who's going to put out a lot of effort, a lot of passion out on the pitch.
Mikulovski there with a long ball forward, and the first touch of the game for Ladic, the goalkeeper.
You can see Croatia at the back. They're playing with 3 centre-halves and the 2 wing-backs. We saw Robert Jarni moments ago coming forward from that wing-back position on the left and being brought down. And also Saric will play on this right-hand side. So they have a lot of flexibility, Mike, Croatia in the lineup.
It's Boban, who's had such an inspiring season for AC Milan, leading them to the Serie A title.
And a different role, really, for Boban. Playing very deep, Mike, orchestrating things just in front of the back four.
Important game this for one other player as well, and that's their striker for Croatia, Davor Suker, who has been released by Real Madrid and currently looking for another club. There's problems at club level over the last couple of years, but he's got a tremendous record at international level. Today he's playing his 50th cap for Croatia. He's scored 41 goals in the previous 49 matches. Throw them for Macedonia. Seems to be a lack of understanding there between defender and goalkeeper. Boban. Pressure this from Macedonia. All being put across there by Babunski.
Well, Croatia are a very good footballing team, Mike, if you let them play. And so far, the home side have put them under pressure and really knocked them out their stride.
Sanovski has come forward to take this corner for Macedonia. Croatia get it clear. So a throw. Sakiri scored a couple of goals already in qualifying, taking the throw, the flick on there, but no worries for Ladic. Push in that time, and the free kick is against Croatia. There is Davor Suker. 2 goals in qualifying so far. Davor Suker playing it infield, touched on that time. Boban. Trying to slide it through that centre-forward channel, but no worries there. And an early touch for Milosevski, the goalkeeper. Also plays in Turkey at Trabzonspor. Čurić. Sakiri. That to the far side. It was headed away there by Robert Jarni. Now high up and under. Defender there, got a good position on that, but Macedonia first to the ball at the moment. And then giving the ball away, and Croatia wanted to slow this down, play it at their pace.
Yes, I would think so. You want, as a visiting team, to keep control of the ball. Croatia gave that one away, and just take the sting out of the game and try and take this vociferous home crowd out of it, Mike, for sure.
Chernievsky there seemed to be brought down in back play, but the referee, Hugh Dallas, has completely missed it. Chernievsky there played the ball forward and then just seemed to get taken out of the play. It wasn't spotted by the referee. He's showing him very little sympathy. He just came over to see if he's all right and wants the game to continue.
Well, that's what they do in Scotland, isn't it? Good sportsmanship by Macedonia to give it back to Croatia. And let's see if they can get into a rhythm, Mike. They really haven't as yet, but it's been good pressure from the home side.
There is Boban coming deeper and deeper. Simic there playing it back. Saldo. Just over 8 minutes gone, no score. Directed pass out of defence there by Juric. Free spotting the push in the back that time. That's going to be a free kick. Macedonia will be in action again on Wednesday night when they travel to Dublin to take on Ireland. Currently leading this group, but of course with their game today postponed against Yugoslavia, the winner of this group will take over top spot. And if this game was to finish in a draw, both teams would overtake Ireland. Positive start this from Macedonia.
Well, I think they will be encouraged by the fact that they narrowly lost the last time these two teams played, and I think they hold no fear for Croatia, especially in view of their recent performances, Mike. So Macedonia have certainly got a bit between their teeth right now.
Sakari there caught using his arms to control that. Free kick quickly taken.
Well, that's a terrific front line if you have two players of that caliber, Alen Boksic and Davor Suker, on top of their game. I think that's a match for any defence in the world.
Did you just wonder if Alen Boksic is 100% fit? There's so much of the season with Lazio because of injury. Obviously kept him out of the World Cup. There's the free kick taken, and clearly when the ball was played, Boban had drifted into an offside position. Sanovic just playing that one forward, and Macedonia giving the ball away, but able to win it back. Now Asanovic again trying the shot. Asanovic, who played in England with Derby County, played in Italy with Napoli, now plays in Greece. As this one comes across, the header on target, but the goalkeeper there was well positioned. Well, the header coming in there from Vugronic. It was on target, plenty of power, but no worries for the goalkeeper, who made it look very easy.
We just sense that Croatia have settled down now, haven't they, Mike? And starting to control the pace of the game. That was a good example of how explosive this team can be, getting the ball behind the defence and then whipping in a good cross for the header.
Yanni. This is Juric. Trying to play it behind the defence. Good turn that time. Croatia got players waiting in the box. Suker's pulled away at the far post. That's the player they were aiming for. Macedonia with the clearance.
Well, that was Alen Boksic slipping his marker. And once he had gotten past the defender, there was all sorts of problems for Macedonia. Unfortunately, nobody could latch onto his cross.
Vugronic had taken up a position at the near post, and Suker pulled away to the far post. There was two options there for Boksic.
And you wonder how sharp Davor Suker can be, having not played recently, and as you said, being released by Real Madrid. You wonder where he's been training and how sharp he can be for this match.
Well, he seems to bring out his best form for Croatia. Of course, in that 3-1 loss that Croatia suffered at the hands of Spain last month, it was Suker, of course, who scored the goal there. We'd love to celebrate his 50th international appearance today with a goal. He's such a great servant for Croatia. His name is linked with various clubs in England, including Fulham, who have just been promoted to the English First Division.
There's certainly a contrast in styles out there. Macedonia don't mess around and waste any time getting the ball forward. It's a goalkeeper launching one forward.
Yes, and the flick on. Now, Juric needed a more accurate cross, and the player back there was Simic, taking it neatly on his chest. Now Boban. Croatia looking to pick up the pace. Boban there, getting away from that challenge. Plays it wide. Here's Boksic. Just needed one touch too many.
Well, it was a lovely break from Boban, wasn't it? He just glided by his defender. And here's the opposite end of the spectrum with Croatia. They love to link their passes together. Everything good for them goes through this man, Boban.
That time, though, a misdirected pass from the Croatian captain. You're watching qualifying action from Euro 2000. We're coming to you from Group 8 here in Skopje in Macedonia, alongside Eddie Meith and I'm Mike Hill. As we come into the 15th minute of action, it's still Macedonia 0, Croatia 0. Now Boksic playing that one wide. Chance here, and the ball just knocked away from Rugonek. It was Rugonek who couldn't really get across there because Davor Suka was waiting. He had been able to knock it across the face of goal.
There's a nice little bit of movement between Suka, Boksic, and Rugonek. And the three of them are really proving a handful for Macedonia.
Throw now for Macedonia on the far side. Coming across, nodded down there by Simic. Arsanovic. Challenge coming in very quickly there on Alan Boksic before he could really settle. Seems that Alan Boksic might have suffered a bit of a back injury. It has been an area that has been problems for him over the last few seasons. See him there standing on the halfway line, holding his back. That is not a good sign for Croatia.
Well, that tackle he just received moments ago, the defender came right through the back of Boksic. I think that shook him up.
Now here's Saric.
When Macedonia drop this deep, I think they're inviting trouble from the Croats, Mike.
Arsanovic playing it wide, and there is Alan Boksic down in a lot of agony, and certainly his teammates very concerned. They really had to do without him at the World Cup finals last year in France. Although he's perhaps one of the better known of the Croatian players, certainly before the World Cup. He's only managed 25 appearances before today because of the numerous injuries that have plagued his career. And this doesn't look good for Croatia with the stretcher being called. Quite warm conditions here, and immediately Miroslav Milosevic, the 64-year-old coach of Croatia, so sending these substitutes to warm up. Number 16 there, that's the Milan Rapajic, plays for Perugia in Italy. And Macedonia there sportingly just giving the ball back to Croatia, put the ball out so that Boksic could get some treatment. Now at the moment, Croatia down to 10 men.
Yes, that would certainly be a big blow for Croatia to lose Alan Boksic, and a big blow for Boksic, who, as you said, has been plagued with injuries over his career. and was really looking a bit of a menace in this one.
He's played very much a bit part in Lazio's very good season, winning the Winners' Cup, and runners up in Serie A. It's the first real shot of the game. No worries there for Ladic. Shot though coming in from Michevsky. Michevsky, who plays in Germany in the second division for Tennis Borussia Berlin. And Croatia. Ball play through, and the glancing header from Suka. And that's enough to put it in. And Croatia have taken the lead. And Davor Suka, on his 50th international appearance, gets his 42nd goal. Ball coming across, and Davor Suka there. Just a glancing header, and that was enough.
Well, I wondered how sharp he would be, having been released by Real Madrid. And here's the answer that Suka provides. Vrugunic supplied the cross, and Suka just got a quick step on his marker. And all he had to do was get his head to it. And that he did, to devastating effect.
Well, his third goal in Euro 2000 qualifying, but on his 50th appearance, his 42nd international goal. That is some goal-scoring record. And Croatia, while we were watching those replays, have actually replaced Alan Boksic now. He has gone off, and the player that's come on is number 16, Milan Lapajic. Croatia forced into that early substitution. Lapajic has been in very good form for his Italian club, Perugia. His debut for Croatia back in 1994 in a 4-0 loss, in fact, against Slovakia. Boban with the corner. Just an in-swinger there, but just a little bit too high in the end.
Well, that has to be one of the great enigmas of modern football, really. Davor Suka's performance at international level and his performances at club level just baffle you, really, Mike, because that strike rate you mentioned for Croatia is sensational.
And now Macedonia, who had looked very comfortable up until that point. You've got a goal scorer like Davor Suka around. Never really safe, and we saw it then. But Macedonia now have got a problem, haven't they?
Well, they certainly did, and their problems started, in truth, when they started to drop back and give players like Boban a bit more time and space. I thought when they came out initially and threw the ball down the throats of the Croats, they were much more effective. And now you hope they'll get back to it.
You hear the reaction to the home supporters. They weren't very impressed there, because Macedonia did have players forward that time. It was Tony Michevsky, with a lot of experience at international level for Macedonia. So in fact, it's his 29th appearance. The breakup of the Yugoslavia, Macedonia entering only their second European Championship. Although they were founded, the FA here in Macedonia, in 1909, they didn't get a UEFA affiliation until 1994. Failed to qualify for Euro 96. There's Croatia taking down that far side. Robert Jani again coming forward, and the player coming back there was Trechev.
Well, Jani will be a bit disappointed with the final cross, because he had done ever so well to tee the defender up and slip behind him, and give Trechev credit for getting back quickly and providing a vital block.
Now Arsanovic with the corner, an outswinger. The referee just spotting some pushing that time.
Well, he bailed the goalkeeper out, in truth, who did get bumped, but had a rush of blood, Mike, and was coming for that ball when really possibly shouldn't have.
Qualifying for Euro 96. Macedonia included in a group which was eventually won by Spain, with Denmark in the runners-up spot. Only managed one victory. That was a 3-0 victory here, in fact, against Cyprus. And they did a little bit better in the World Cup qualifying, although they did fail to make it, finishing behind Romania and also the Republic of Ireland, who were runners-up in that group. Now here go Macedonia. The ball pushed wide. This is Trechev. This is better from Macedonia. They just got to keep the pressure on. Try and find some chinks in this armour of the Croatia defence. Kuchevski plays it down the line. Sakiri.
Well, I think the manager will be disappointed there, because they got behind and the strikers really didn't make a run.
Mladic comes and takes it safely.
When you get people in wide positions, you expect at least one of the strikers to get across to the near post, and if not get the ball, take the attention of the defenders.
Macedonia's perhaps most famous result was in that World Cup qualifying, when they beat the Republic of Ireland here by 3-2. One of 4 victories that they came up with in World Cup qualifying. So there's been a consistent improvement. And this is better from Macedonia, but that final ball again just letting them down. Sakiri there saw what was on, but had to hold his run, afraid of making it too quickly because of possible offside decision. Croatian Football Federation, founded in 1912, affiliated to UEFA in 1992. This is their 18th European qualifying match. In the previous 17, they've had 11 wins, and only 4 losses. Here's Suka playing that one forward as Croatia look to add to the Davor Suka goal. Suka there being pulled back by Mikolovsky. So another free kick for Croatia.
And you'd expect Boban to step over this ball and provide something of quality into the box.
It is. Maybe Boban again. One was dipping, and the goalkeeper there must have had a few anxious moments. Everybody was expecting Boban to float that one in, and in the end it wasn't too far wide of being a shot on target.
Well, no doubt it was a cross from Boban as it sailed harmlessly wide, but I think it was a tantalising ball that was just hit. Now it's too heavy.
Too high that time. Indirect free kick. Played wide there by Stoyanovski.
You'd like to see Macedonia get back to playing a bit more direct, in truth, Mike, and keeping the Croatian defenders working in the box.
Sakiri. And that's going to be a yellow card. And it's going to be handed out there to Daniel Staric. And that means that he will be out next game. So Staric. That's the yellow card. With the free kick for Macedonia. Rather wasted again. It was much too close to the goalkeeper. This is where Croatia can be so dangerous as they break forward. Suka there playing that into the centre forward channel.
Well, the system they play allows players, the wing backs, to come forward. On that occasion, it was Vrgrunic making the charge down the left, and he was obviously looking for his ace strike in the box. Suka was just a fraction away from it.
And a free kick hit wide. Babunski. Oh, ball coming in. Awkward one that for the goalkeeper, but he did well. He got his body behind the ball.
It wasn't a good ball into the box, Mike, by Trejčov, but it certainly made the goalkeeper backpedal and gave the defenders just a few anxious moments, and I think from Macedonia's point of view, you'd like to see more of that.
Croatia again looking to pick up the pace of the game. Some of the things that we noticed in the World Cup finals last year, they have this great habit of being able to dictate the pace of a game. You can just shift gears very, very quickly and very smoothly and completely wrong foot the opposition. I've seen a couple of examples of it here today.
Croatia have a nice blend of talent, don't they? They've got the punch up front. And look at the three centre-halves at the back, Mike. They're very strong players in Sodo, Juric and Simic. And then you have a creator and a playmaker like Boban, so it's a lovely, nice balance within the team.
Well, missing Igor Tudor today. Another defender who plays with Juventus in Italy. He's out through suspension. Mario Stanic, who plays his football Parma in Italy's Serie A. He's out through injury. Ball played wide. Two players waiting inside the penalty area. Good defensive work there by Stoyanovski. Just over half an hour gone. Croatia leading by a goal to nil. Again there, just forcing the error. And here go Croatia again. Run down that far side. That's Rapajic, the substitute, who has come on to replace the injured Alan Boksic, causing a few problems down that left-hand side. You're watching the Euro 2000 qualifier from Group 8 from the Gretzky Stadium here in Skopje. Alongside Eddie Mighton, I'm Mike Hill. And it is Croatia who lead by a goal to nil. The goal coming in the 19th minute. Davor Suka scoring the goal in his 50th international appearance. Croatia 1. Former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia 0. Asanovic take the corner. Outswinger again, looking for a Boban, who had pulled away. He lost his marker.
Well, you can be rest assured that Macedonia are going to play this one out for 90 minutes and put in the effort. They're roared on by this crowd. It's up to Croatia, really, Mike, to capitalise on the gains they've already gotten. And I think 1-0 is too slim a lead against a team full of energy like this.
There's a lot at stake, in fact, for both these sides, because for the winner of this game, they would move automatically into top spot. The other three teams in this group not in action this weekend. Croatia's next international in this Euro 2000 qualifying series will be away to Yugoslavia. That is tentatively booked down for the 18th of August. Macedonia, of course, will be in action a lot quicker than that. They'll be playing on Wednesday at Lansdowne Road in Dublin. There's the Republic of Ireland. Now, referee has come up with a free kick for Macedonia. The Croatian player is down. I think that's Robert Jani who has gone down.
Yes, I think Jani raised his hands, Mike, to protect his face as that ball came up from Trejčov. And that's what failed him. I think it's good refereeing by Hugh Dallas not to pull a card out for handball, because he was only providing protection for himself.
And here comes the resulting free kick, and again, for the first time in this game, Macedonia put that free kick much too close to the goalkeeper. Ladic having no trouble being able to collect those at all. There's a slight slip there by Babunski, but he was able to recover in time. Yasakiri. All play wide in the space on that far side, but still not too much power on the pass. And Trechev there unable to keep the ball in play.
Well, this is what happens when a team has to press to get back in the game. They rush things slightly, and you can see Macedonia are just guilty of doing that. Their crosses into the box and some of their final execution has just been a bit hurried, Mike, and a bit wayward.
Isoldo. Ladic. 36 years old, the Croatian international goalkeeper. That's the distinction, in fact, of scoring an international goal. Milisevski, the goalkeeper for Macedonia, only 25. He was given no chance with the goal that he's conceded. And throw for Croatia on the far side. Arsanovic. Who's had a good season in Greece with Panathinaikos. Team will finish third in the standings. And pushed through that time, and challenge coming in from Stavrevski, who came across there intelligently, seeing the danger. He's had to concede a corner, which could be more danger now for Macedonia. Inside the final 10 minutes of the first half. Boban this time to take the corner. Simic has gone forward. Forceful header away that time by Stanovski. Macedonia coming out quickly, looking to pressure Croatia, but not enough players back. Here's Yanni. All played over the defence as the Macedonian defence actually pulled forward in a straight line, and Davor Suker was awake to the situation there.
Well, that's one plus for Macedonia. The fact that Alen Boksic has had to go off just reduces some of the punch from Croatia, and they can, in fact, now find Davor Suker and I think get a bit tighter on him, Mike, you know, because the threat of Boksic is gone.
This is a dream strike force, in fact, that Miroslav Blažević was looking forward to using in the World Cup final. Suker and Boksic. Of course, Boksic injured in that situation as well, didn't go to France. It's been very rare that they have been able to link up together. And today they were only on the field together for 19 minutes before Boksic had to go off.
Yes, you'd like to have seen that combination play this game out, because they complement each other so nicely. Davor Suker's the out-and-out predator. Alen Boksic, in truth, is more of a creator, but together, I think they're a deadly force.
Yeah, the ball cleared out that time, and Macedonia looking to spring forward.
And I would use that tactic a bit more, Mike, with Croatia playing three centre-halves. There is space in the channels. If Macedonia can bang the ball in there and get someone on the end of it, it will at least turn the Croatian defence around.
Saldo there being picked out by Juric, who was in a bit of an awkward situation. One thing you notice about Croatia, and we saw it throughout the World Cup, they never panic. They've got a way of playing. that's the way they're going to play. Croatia. Suka trying to cut inside of two defenders. Neat play that time. It's a good run this time by Uchevsky. Now the ball played wide. Trechev.
That's where they've let themselves down. They've had a reasonable first half, Macedonia, but any time they approach the penalty area, they start to tighten up slightly, and that's where they really have fallen short.
Yes, that was a promising break, but that final ball let them down. I'm sure that for the coach, Goko Hadzicki, who is a very experienced coach, not so much at international level, but he coached in Yugoslavia, where he coached Novi Sad Vojvodina, also coached at CSKA in Bulgaria, and took Vardar Skopje to 3 championships here in Macedonia. Well, I think he's seen enough from his team in the first half that they can perhaps just get that final ball right. Some of their lead-up play has been very, very good indeed. But what they have to be wary of is the counter-attack from Croatia, because the goal really was just an opportunist effort from Davor Suka.
Yes, and you add that all together, I think the manager for Macedonia perhaps needs to just settle his players a bit more and tell them that international football is largely about patience, and they don't have to be in such a hurry to get back into the game.
Sanovic with the corner. This time the in-swinger. Defender's able to get it clear, but still the danger hasn't passed. Ball knocked back in again towards the far post. Defender got there first. A throw now for Croatia. Inside the final 5 minutes of this first half. First half that has produced 1 goal in favour of the visitors. Nikolovsky, a bit of trouble there and had to concede the throw. Looking initially to try to play it off the Croatian player. Boban, who is the player who is caught offside. It's a couple of times in this first half that he's been caught offside.
But he's playing a lovely role for him, isn't he? At times in Italy, I've seen him play an out-and-out centre forward. Perhaps that's not quite the strength playing with his back to the goal. But when he gets the time and is allowed to come from deep positions, he can be a real handful.
So he's certainly proven to be that for the Macedonian defence. He really is the orchestra leader of this Croatian side, pulls all the strings. As we see Goran Juric, player down, plays his football with Croatia Zagreb. Very warm afternoon here in Skopje. He's taking the opportunity of getting some liquid refreshment. And there was the challenge that came in. In fact, it was Juric himself who seemed to cause the problems there. He came in very, very strongly and then fell rather awkwardly. Might have just winded himself slightly. Pretty much a full house here. Stay with us. Coming up at half-time, we'll look at some other Euro 2000 qualifying action. The game from last night in Warsaw between Poland and Bulgaria, and the game today between Romania and Hungary. Well, Juric back on his feet. I'm going to go to the sideline.
Never understood that, Law.
No, nor me.
tell you, Macedonia, if they can just keep the deficit down to 1, Mike, you know, must feel they still have a good fighting chance, because for all the possession of Croatia, you know, they've put one in the net and haven't created too many. So Macedonia haven't done much around the box, but they've still got a lot of hope.
Boban there, caught from behind by Sakari. And Hugh Dallas says, well, that's worth a yellow card. So the 3rd yellow card of the first half. This time to Sakari of Macedonia. She's finding it very difficult there to keep up with Boban.
Well, he was always fighting a losing battle. You can see where he's taken off from. He's behind Boban. He's stretching, he's desperate. And he left Hugh Dallas not much option.
He goes out of play, and it's going to be signalled as a goal kick. So there's confirmation of that yellow card for Sakari. Inside the final minute of this first half, might be a little bit of time to be added on because of the injury to Alan Boksic and the more recent injury to Juric. Trip that time, which results just in a free kick. No booking.
Well, strikers do get away with the late tackles, and there was Davor Sucre, it looked like. Correct that, it was Gronic who got away with a late challenge.
We're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Robert Yanni. It's the date later on in the week with Real Madrid, as they will be playing a Copa del Rey semi-final on Thursday. Boban just toe poking that one forward, and goalkeeper there out bravely. Got there before Rapajic.
Yeah, certainly that's one player Macedonia have to do a better job on in the second half, is Boban.
He's such a hard player to mark, though, because he really he's got a free roll out there. He can just pretty much turn up wherever he likes. He's not playing in any one set position.
Indeed, and it's sort of a double jeopardy. If you go tight on him, he'll take up intelligent positions to leave space for other people. But I just think when he gets it, look at the time he has here, Mike. That's too much time for Boban.
And that ball forward. Gronic. It's going to be a throw then for Croatia, who lead here by 1-0. Not too much hurry to take this throw in. Referee Hugh Dallas looks at his watch again. Ball play behind the defence, and the offside flag this time has stayed down. It needed a more accurate centre than that. As the half-time whistle goes, there's 2 minutes of stoppage time, and the team separated by a goal that came in the 19th minute from Davor Sucre in his 50th international appearance for Croatia, his 42nd international. Back then, referee Hugh Dallas from Motherwell in Scotland prepares to get the second half underway. Croatia now will be attacking the goal to our left. They are in the all blue. And the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia in the red. Well, just before the half-time break, Macedonia started to come back into it more. They started to attack Croatia, certainly down the flanks. It created a few openings, and I'm sure the coach will have asked for a little bit more than that. But they've really got to start picking up the man who's over the ball now for Croatia, Boban. He's been given so much time and space.
Indeed, Mike, I think they did a better job on Davor Sucre once Alan Boksic went out, Boban has to be closed down without question. And certainly there is space behind in these areas here, right in the channels. With Croatia playing 3 centre-halves, if you do fire the ball into the channels, they will have to turn the defenders and chase.
Mladic's clearance there wasn't the best. Back come Macedonia. And they're going to get a throw.
Let's see if the half-time break gave Macedonia a chance to settle down, maybe calm some of their nerves in front of a passionate crowd, and really around the box, Mike, find the right quality.
Throw coming in there from Sakari. Looking there for the head of Ceric. He's had a good season at Nuremberg in Germany, in the Bundesliga.
Well, that was a sub. Rapajic looking for an obstruction call. He teed the ball up and knocked it over the defender. The referee didn't see anything wrong with it.
There should be another throw for Macedonia. Number 4 there, Saldo. And he's his football in the Bundesliga as well, plays at Stuttgart. The whole Balkans area over the years has produced some marvellous players. As this one is played in, that was a teasing ball, and the Croatian defence able to get the ball clear.
Well, that was the sort of ball that the centre forwards dream of, Mike. And it was a bending ball that came into Ceric. I think there was an infraction in the box prior to the ball arriving. And that's the sort of service that really reeked of quality that was lacking in the first half.
Well, a more positive start this time for Macedonia. They're really chasing this game. Remember, the winner of this game would go automatically top of the group, with the other 3 teams in this group not in action today.
And I think, Mike, with all the problems politically surrounding this group, I think it's important to get your noses in front and sit atop of the group, because games in hand are very nice, but there's still games you have to win.
Croatia have been beaten once so far in this qualifying group. That was on the opening day, their first game, when they were beaten 2-0 by Ireland in Dublin. They bounced back with a 4-1 victory in Malta, and then a home victory over today's opponent, Macedonia, won by 3 goals to 2. Goal kick. Free kick again. This time the challenge coming in from Stanovski. Actually, looking out there, Macedonia have made a change at half-time, and the number 16, Bozinov, is the player that has come on. I think the player that's gone out is Tranevski. As this ball comes across, Macedonia get it clear.
Yes, it just looks like Macedonia have made a change up front, Mike, to shake up things in the Croatian defence, and let's see what qualities Bozinov brings up front, because he's going to partner Ceric as 2 principal strikers now.
It's Bozinov, who scored a couple of goals in this qualifying tournament so far. Both goals coming in that 4-0 victory over Malta. Yanni there having quite a tussle with Trejev.
And that's one thing over the course of the Spanish season that Robert Yanni has proven to ourselves. He's a very good defender, very adept going forward, but he's done a lot of covering this season for Roberto Carlos.
And the Macedonian players and the supporters alike. And a free kick there. Throw taken by Sanovski. I'm not sure what the coach for Macedonia said to his team, Zivski, at half-time, but they certainly have come out much in a positive frame of mind. They're taking the game now to Croatia.
Well, one of the things you can see, they're treasuring possession far more, Mike, and it was rare to see them link some passes together in the second half. They've certainly done that.
Now Babunski plays that one wide. Sanovski comes forward, he's chopped down. Challenge coming in there from Juric.
Yes, it was a defender, wasn't it? Sanovski coming forward. And he tried to craft that opportunity for himself, cutting inside Juric. And the foul for Macedonia really isn't in a nice area for them. Watch the defender come through. He's completely wrong-footed, Juric. And that presents Macedonia with a chance to strike.
Sanovski, who actually plays an attacking midfield role for his club, NEC Nijmegen, in the Dutch First Division. And it seems now that he's been given a license to push further forward. So here's the free kick. Well, Ludic there positioned the wall perfectly. It was well struck in the end by Sakari, but the goalkeeper saw it all the way.
Ludic read it. There wasn't enough force on the ball to really make him scurry. And it's psychologically, that free kick and the start that Macedonia have made, I think psychologically will encourage them. And more importantly, might get this crowd on their side.
Certainly the crowd trying to lift the team, and the team are certainly doing their part. And that was Babunski with the pullback, and the referee decides that that is worth a yellow card. So Babunski goes in the referee's notebook. He's caught hold of the shirt there of Ugronic. He's certainly getting away from him. Now the free kick taken, and Macedonia a little bit caught short at the back. There was a lack of concentration there momentarily. Some space on the flank, and it was Stoyanovski who came to the rescue with that headed clearance.
Well, that's Croatia in a nutshell, isn't it, Mike? They can be very passive at times, but once they do switch to another gear, they're very capable of opening something up.
Now Arsenovic. Ball cutting that one back, and the shot coming in. And Zvonimir Boban knows he should have done better there, the Croatian captain. He was unmarked.
Well, what a delightful short corner. This ball was played by Stanovic to Robert Jarni, and a keeper, and it horribly wrong as the ball came to him quite quickly in truth. But from that area, Mike, you'd back Boban to wrap that one in.
More Euro 2000 qualifying here on ESPN when Portugal take on Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein, who have never beaten Portugal. In fact, in their 3 previous meetings, Portugal have scored 20 goals. Liechtenstein haven't managed 1. Portugal going great guns in their qualifying group. And they'll be looking to continue when they take on Liechtenstein. You'll be able to see that game here on ESPN. Some running repairs at the moment out there. And there is Goko Hadzivski. He never made it as a player, but has had good success as a coach. I said earlier, he's won 3 titles here in Macedonia with Vardar. Also managed CSKA Sofia in Bulgaria, and Vojvodina and Novi Sad in Yugoslavia. He's had success wherever he's gone. Throw on the far side. Free kick, and they're saying it should also be a card for Saric. He's already got a yellow card in this game, which means he will miss the next game. Cannot afford to pick up another yellow one now, otherwise he's off. There are 5 red shirts in the penalty area. 2 players over the ball. Michevsky and Zakiri, and it's Michevsky in the end who takes the free kick, punched away there by Ludic.
And this is what happens when you keep a team in the game, and Macedonia, who really weren't flattering in the first half, are still within striking range, and I think they sense it now, Mike, if they seize the initiative in the second half.
Yeah, Čerić. Sasha Čerić. Not really getting the power behind that shot that he wanted. Scored when these two teams met earlier in that 3-2 victory for Croatia in Zagreb. And you'll feel that he should have done better there. Challenge coming in from Stoyanovski. Good solid central defender. He actually plays for Partizan Belgrade in Yugoslavia, so he hasn't had much football in the last few months because the competition there suspended in March. That was a tantalising cross, and Macedonia get the ball clear. And Milosevski there, the goalkeeper, was really at full strength, or full stretch one would say, and it was perhaps rather fortunate there was nobody following up for Croatia. Now here go Macedonia. Nikolovsky playing this one wide. Trejčev cutting it back. That's the substitute. Bozinov unable to get too much power behind that or direction. Trejčev now. Oh, and the chance was there, and it just needed a header.
Well, the centre forwards missed it, Mike.
Yeah, Čerić there will know that he should have done better.
They finally got the quality we've talked about. And look at Čerić. He's got in front of the defender, Sodo. And this is an excellent delivery. And all it needed was just a nod into an empty net.
Croatia looking a bit vulnerable at the back at the moment. This has been good pressure from Macedonia. We're watching the European 2000 qualifier from Group 8, coming to you from the Gratski Stadium here in Skopje, Macedonia. Alongside Eddie Mighton, I'm Mike Hill. Davor Suker has given Croatia the lead with a goal after 19 minutes. They are just about holding on at the moment to that 1-goal lead. Former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia certainly have come back strongly at the start of this second half. They had a couple of very good chances to have tied this game up, but they still trail by 1-0. Still plenty of time left, though.
Well, Macedonia are doing all the things that we hoped and talked about. They've certainly closed Boban down. Davor Suker's supply line has been also shut down. And they are finding ways, Mike, behind this defence, just slotting the ball in nicely and creating all sorts of problems for Croatia.
On the far side then for Croatia. General feeling around is that Croatia can very easily be put out of their stride if a team actually takes the game to them. Babunski is penalised. He's got to be careful. He's already received the yellow card in the second half. And he was holding the player back that time as well. Now Croatia.
Well, Saric on that right-hand side, as well as Robert Jarni, whenever possible, have come forward and added very nicely to the attacks.
Well, substitution coming up, and the player that's going to come on is Zaharevski. He's actually scored 1 goal already in qualifying. That was in the last match, in that 2-1 victory over Malta. So he comes on Babunski has gone off now. Babunski just attracted perhaps too much attention from the referee. And they've given away that free kick. He had been booked earlier.
Yes, I think that had a lot to do with it, Mike, because Babunski was marking Boban. And when you're marking a player of his talent already sitting on one yellow card, you certainly are walking the tightrope. So they've made a switch in that same position, bringing on the sub, who can play perhaps Boban a little tighter.
Zaharievsky, who plays for Stuttgart in Germany.
I think Asanovic for Croatia has been a bit disappointing for me. He's a wonderfully gifted player who's been largely playing too deep today.
Yanni there, just getting the foot in, getting it clear. Asanovic hoping it's on its way. Here's Davor Suker, very, very deep indeed. Tied it up at the back that time by Nikolovsky. There's a substitute that's come on. Lievski. Lievski, his 18th international appearance. He scored a couple of goals in the previous 17. One of them has come in this Euro 2000 qualifying. Boban caught in possession.
Well, look how much tighter Macedonia are on Boban in the second half, and it's certainly having an effect on the way Croatia are building up, Mike. It's taken them, no question, out of their rhythm.
Yes, Boban, not a player who likes too much close attention.
No.
And Bozanov, great skills. Here's a great opportunity. Now the flag is up. It won't count. Well, that's got to be a very, very close decision.
Well, it certainly was. And it was Sodo who tried to catch them offside. And you can see the referee's assistant's flag, Mike, went up just a touch late. I think that's what infuriated the fans, but it was certainly a very dicey decision. Here's the man in question on this near touchline. His flag, I have to say, went up a mite late.
All the officials tonight from Scotland. And that's a bit of a let-off for Croatia. As we're going to get Goran Vlahovic, player that's going to come on. Plays his football in Spain with Valencia. So he's coming on. And the player they're going to take off is Ruganic. Ruganic, who saw the number 8 being held up and immediately developed a limp. So Vlahovic is on. Vlahovic, who's had limited time at Valencia this year. Much travel player, played in Italy as well before joining Valencia. But he's got 14 international goals. Tonight marks his 40th international appearance.
I tell you, that goal was a very tight decision, but nonetheless, I think it's really given Macedonia a big tonic, and they now sense the fact that they have got the ball in the net once, that they can do it again.
Well, if the shirts weren't the same, you wouldn't believe it was the same team that we saw in the first half, would you?
Well, it's the old cliche, isn't it? A game of two halves, and that's exactly what we've seen in the second half. And give Macedonia all the credit, Mike. They made the necessary adjustments, particularly, I'd say, closing down Boban and getting at the back three for Croatia. They certainly have unsettled them.
Another shot. Oh, that one just dips over the crossbar. Well, the shot coming in there from Sejnovski, who certainly has been released more from his defensive duties in this second half. We're seeing him go forward. He looks a lot more comfortable and a lot more complete player in a more attacking role than trying to defend.
Well, it's amazing, Mike, when you play players out of position, you know, most times it just doesn't work, and I think you're right. You know, playing the fella in his natural position has really been a big boost for his own game.
Surgery around that time by Michevsky. Play from Macedonia, but they've given the ball away that time. Kozinov, player committing the foul. And Juric, it all about ends in smiles and handshakes, which is nice to see. Macedonia has certainly picked up the pace. And that is one of the areas that certainly has worried Croatia. They like to dictate the pace of a game. They're not being able to do that now. And Juric there bravely getting on the end of that cross. He felt that it came off the defender.
Well, this is an amazing transformation. In the first half, Macedonia couldn't do anything right in the final third. Now all the crosses are raining in. And they are pinpoint crosses, Mike. And under heavy pressure, Juric did well just to get his head to it. It's difficult for him to keep it down. This is very rousing stuff from the home team, isn't it?
Yes, and they've really brought the crowd into the game now. They're pretty much the 12th man out there.
Well, that's what you wanted initially. It took Macedonia going down a goal for them to really get their ideas together. Now I think they're brimming with confidence around the box.
The goalkeeper picking that one up. Now the referee, Hugh Dallas, is saying in fact that that was a deliberate back pass. And he's given an indirect free kick. Well, it'd be nice to have a look at that again. He's never far from controversy as Hugh Dallas. Here's his handling of the Rangers Celtic league match. Attracted a lot of attention, even in the final, which was pretty much uneventful. He did manage to come up with a few decisions that confounded the critics.
You have to get the wall absolutely spot on with Boban lurking.
Well, remember, the free kick is indirect. It's Boban.
Yes, and they botched it.
Really too much of a touch on it and pushed it away, in fact, from Boban. Now here go Macedonia. Zajewski. Not afraid to run at players. And that time he got the foul from Saldo. This is where Croatia are so dangerous, though, on these quick counter-attacks. That time, though, Stoyanovski, the central defender, stood firm, was able to break that attack up. Now Macedonia. Inside the final 20 minutes. It's a bit like a bagatelle board out there now at the moment. The ball just bouncing around. And in the end, Saric not taking any risk in that situation, not sure what was behind him.
Well, they're certainly not going to win any points on Macedonia for their artistry, but it's very effective when you do put the ball in the box frequently and make defenders have to defend. And when you're playing away from home, defenders really are on their toes. but they do get tired, Mike.
There's the shot, just chipping that one over the crossbar. Well, Ludic there was just off his line. And the shot coming in from Stanovski, who spotted that and tried to chip the goalkeeper. It wasn't too far wide in the end.
Oh, very clever, Mike. He knew exactly what he had on his mind when he picked the ball up. And the veteran goalkeeper, Ludic, just straying off his line. Stanovski certainly gave him something to think about.
Challenge coming in there and stopping that attack. Pajic wasn't too pleased with the attention he was getting from Nikolovsky, but it all finishes up in smiles.
And that's lovely to see, isn't it? With all the problems surrounding this group and matches being cancelled, moments of sportsmanship like that are very welcome.
Now, Stanovic will take the corner. Goalkeeper came and then saw it was curling even further away. Left it to his defenders to deal with, which they were able to do so. Now Croatia. Just got the feeling they might have weathered the storm. And now starting to attack with a bit more confidence than we saw earlier in the game. Certainly earlier in this second half.
Yes, Croatia are always liable to pick you off on a swift counter-attack. They've got players that can do that, Mike. But right now, it's the speed of Macedonia's attacks which are really causing the stir.
Yeah, Threjev. Macedonia, of course, back in action on Wednesday in Dublin when they take on Ireland. Republic of Ireland, of course, without Roy Keane, their inspirational captain, who's out through injury. Arsanovic is a player who is penalised. I think he's going to get a booking for it. So he's getting a strong word from the referee. Arsanovic, who does understand English. I'm not sure if he can understand Scottish. So Udalis letting him know in more uncertain terms that the next time it would be a booking. As Ludic takes that one quite comfortably. You're watching Euro 2000 qualifying action from Group 8. We're coming to you from the Gradski Stadium here in Skopje, where it is the visitors, Croatia, leading by a goal to nil. The goal coming after 19 minutes. Davor Suker, the goal scorer. Macedonia, though, have come back strongly in the second half as they've gone searching for an equaliser. They did get the ball in the back of the net, only to have it disallowed. Chiric there having words with Simic. Referee's just going to call the two players over. It all finishes up in quick handshake.
Not much to speak of for Croatia in the second half, really, right? I can't remember too many strikes at goal from them, particularly Davor Suker, who is a prolific scorer for his country, hasn't had a touch in the second half. That really has to be worrying for them, because if you sit back too long, it can come back to bite you.
Yanni there, caught by the Pajic. Referee didn't see anything wrong in it, though. Here go Macedonia.
This player's had a good second half on the right-hand side. He's provided a nice outlet for Macedonia. Treja.
Macedonia have done it in the second half also, that they have pushed players forward. That's Michevsky, who played very deep in the first half. He's really playing a lot further forward now, really playing like an old inside forward.
Yes, they've sacrificed the defender, and I think they feel they can do that with Boksic going off. They can keen on Suker, and at times they're playing up with only three at the back, Mike, and it's added some punch in midfield and allow players, as you said, to get into advanced positions inside right and left.
inside the last 15 minutes. For the winner of this game, they will take over top spot in that group, or this group now currently held by the Republic of Ireland, who are not in action today. Saying that was shoulder to shoulder, throwing quickly taken. It wasn't shoulder to shoulder, says the referee. Page is the player who is penalised. Croatia in no hurry to take this free kick. Just walking the ball forward. They're wasting some time and trying to steal a few yards in the process.
Yes, I'm sure the visitors psychologically now want to protect what they've got, and would be very ecstatic if they could walk away with a 1-0 win.
On the far side. And it should be a goal kick, and it is. Macedonia, see one of their players just got a knock there, and he went into the advertising hoardings around the side of the field, has stayed down. And no sympathy, not even from his own teammates, who just want to get the ball back into play. Just get the feeling that Macedonia believe that they can get something out of this game, perhaps even a victory.
Well, why not? They've kept it close enough for long enough, Mike, and weathered a few sticky patches. But in truth, his second half has belonged to the home team, and they really have to be inside feeling they can do it. Particularly if you remember the first game, it was a narrow defeat in Croatia, so there's hope for Macedonia in their minds.
Again given the free kick. This is where Croatia able to waste some time off the clock, as we see Miroslav Blažević. He's done such a good job since he's taken over for Croatia, took over in 1994. He's had his critics, but since then he's taken them to the finals of Euro 96, where they got to the quarter-finals. Took them to third place in the World Cup finals in 1998 in France. And here they are in a very good position at the moment in this qualifying for Euro 2000. Now, Sakiri. Pushed that one too far ahead, and it did give the defenders a chance to get there. And Macedonia, Sanovski. Plenty of red shirts forward. And Ladic. That one covered all the way.
Well, some nice attacks, really, Mike, from the wings being put together by Macedonia. Ladic read that one very well to come and claim it, but the wing play on this side by Trekov and on the other side by Sakiri has really stretched Croatia.
Croatia only started playing internationals in 1990. First one was against the United States, which they won. Macedonia, all played over the defence. Croatia at the moment having to defend, and defend in numbers. Jani there, all under pressure, just getting the ball away from the danger area. Well, we're going to get another change, and the player that's coming on is the number 18. That's Georgi Ristrov. Plays his football now in England in the first division with Barnsley, and he has come on. So Ristrov comes on with 10 minutes to play. Here's another striker. They might have taken off Michevsky. We'll try to get that confirmed for you. Now the ball comes loose. There is Ristrov. And there is the equaliser. Well, Ristrov, who has only been on a matter of seconds, has tied it all up.
Well, it's an uncharacteristic breakdown at the back for Croatia. And you can see the three centre-halves, Mike, got themselves in a tangle. And that just allowed enough space when this ball found its way to the far post for Ristrov to wrap it in. In truth, it wasn't the cleanest of strikes. But watch the breakdown at the back. The three centre-halves get in a pickle there. It goes to Ristrov. And he just managed to squeeze it in low into the corner, despite the attempts of Sodo. And you have to say, don't you, that's well-deserved for Macedonia.
Well, he had only been on less than a minute. Basically, his first touch of the game. He came on, in fact, to replace Trechev. It's his first goal in Euro qualifying, but his 10th international goal for Macedonia. And much to the delight of those home supporters. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia won, Croatia won.
Well, who can deny them, Mike? They've had one goal pulled back, have Macedonia, but they've stuck to their task. And the manager has to be commended for the changes he's made. And how about that for a substitution? One touch and in the back of the net.
Well, Ladic going up bravely there. And that was Ristrov, who came down on top of the goalkeeper. More Euro 2000 qualifying action when Hungary take on Slovakia. That's a key game from a group where Hungary already this weekend have been beaten by Romania for the first time ever. They'll look to bounce back against Slovakia. You'll be able to see that here on ESPN. Now the shot coming in and the deflection, and just wide. Milosevsky, the goalkeeper there, was really struggling. It was Davor Suker who pounced.
What an important part that deflection played. There's a predator extreme in Davor Suker, pounced on that one. And that shot was flying, wasn't it, Mike?
Yes, Davor Suker, he's really been pretty much the invisible man in the second half, but that's the danger of him. Now,
who Dallas wants to dance with that player or something in there.
Yes, that was Bozinov who just getting the warning from the referee. Ball nodded clear that time by Stavrevski. Now here's Ristrov, the local hero at the moment. Running at the Croatian defenders, and judged to have handled the ball when he fell on it. Now Boban. Croatia need him to get back into the mood that he was in the first half.
Well, they've certainly given it a go, Macedonia. And they're back on level terms, but not settling for simply that. They're looking for that winning goal, as Croatia are really rocked on their heels. And you can see the frustration spilling over, Mike, as Robert Jarni, it looks like, is going to get himself in a bit of hot water.
Robert Jarni gets the yellow card. Some referees very hot on the dissent roll. Robert Jarni there just did not agree with the decision. Unfortunately, Hugh Dallas is one of those referees that when he's wrong, he's right.
One of them or all of them?
Well, him in particular suppose coming from Scotland, I suppose you can kick players, but don't say anything, don't query a referee's decision.
Well, a good tackle there, and it allows Macedonia to press on. They really have shown a fighting spirit, and that's sometimes the biggest part of a game, isn't it, Mike? Just the fighting spirit which was lacking in the first half.
Here they come again. This may be the opportunity to go ahead there. Nobody following up. But the Croatian defence that looked so assured in the first 45 minutes has certainly seemed to have developed a few cracks in the second 45 minutes when Macedonia have gone straight at them.
The pressure's done it to him, hasn't it? It's finally caught up with Croatia. You can never rule them out, of course, because this is a quality team, but the pressure has told at the back.
The Pirates there with the cross, and it wouldn't quite fall for Davor Suka. But Croatia are going to get a corner. Horizevski has certainly added another dimension since he has come on for Macedonia. He's been buzzing around in midfield. Now another substitution for Croatia, and the player that has come on is Igor Biscan. It is his debut. The player that's gone out is Arsanovic. So there's confirmation. Biscan, who's only 21. In his debut, he's got 3 minutes to impress. Biscan, who plays for Croatia Zagreb.
It's certainly too early to write off Croatia, Mike, but there has to come a point in any team's life where the team that you put together does peak, and then after that it's really a hard job to maintain the standard. Obviously the third place finish in World Cup '98 might have been the peak for this team. That will be yet. We're yet to find that out.
Well, the one thing that Croatia have done over the years, even when they were part of the old Yugoslavia, they've always been able to produce outstanding players. Remember, Yugoslavia won the World Youth Championship in Chile in 1987. It included a number of Croatians, including Prosinecki and this man on the ball, Boban. So they've always been a very big part of producing the talent in the Balkans. Now, Macedonia. We've got 90 seconds in perhaps to grab a dramatic winner. With no attack because Staric there able to come in. Another scathing challenge. Now, the referee books Robert Yarni for not agreeing with the decision on a throw-in. And there was a scathing challenge that could have broken somebody's leg. No card.
Astonishing, isn't it? And now you've got 3 reds down and 1 blue. It looks like a bit of a bowling alley out there at times, but it's amazing what referees turn a blind to and actually see sometimes, if they can see.
Chiric there just checking with the referee how long there is to play. That's Nikolovsky who is getting stretchered off. Stay with us. Coming up, we'll wrap it all up from here in Skopje at the completion of the game. Including a look back at the goals and highlights. Coach there just urging Nikolovsky to get back on the field. Of course, Macedonia have used their 3 permitted substitutes. Nikolovsky wants to get back on. The referee is making him wait. So while he's waiting, he's going to do some stretching exercises. I think the referee will let him come on until the ball is back in play, which it is now.
Well, with the stakes so high in this group, it'll be interesting to see which team presses on for the winner. Macedonia have the momentum. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, we're going to get 4 minutes of stoppage time, so there's going to be plenty of time.
There's certainly plenty of time to conjure up a winner. Let's see who takes the necessary chances to do so.
Now, Macedonia, high up and under, and Ladic came out and nearly spilt it. He has been known throughout his career to make the occasional blunder. He remembers in a World Cup qualifier where a gentle shot went right through his legs. That's to his embarrassment. In fact, it was a back pass, if I remember correctly. Now, Macedonia. Another pull out.
Yes, that was a calculated one, wasn't it? That was Biscan, the substitute, coming in. And that was certainly a calculated one to stop the fast break possibilities.
But we don't get a card for that.
You just have to say the wrong thing, not do the wrong thing.
Now Michevsky, the captain. And this one wide. Picking out a player there who had pulled away. That's is Ristov, the goal scorer. Tied it all up. And now just wasting some time on that far side. Throw to Croatia.
I suppose a goal helps the fella's course. Ristov might, but he certainly has looked the part since he's come on. And I just wonder if he had been more effective, giving him more time out there.
I don't suppose his exploits at Barnsley this year have got too much airtime here in Macedonia.
Not too much satellites picking up Barnsley.
Now here go Croatia. Are they going to get a dramatic winger? No, they're not. Yes, they might. And that one's blocked. Good pressure this from Croatia. We're coming up towards 3 minutes of stoppage time. Now Stanovski. He's caught from behind by Rapajic.
Well, it was Rapajic who just moments ago had the shot. He wriggled himself free. But for some desperate defending by Macedonia, that shot looked goal-bound.
Well, the indication was 4 minutes of stoppage time. There might be time now to get this one forward. And perhaps one last chance for Macedonia. Thanks to Ladic. Now Robert Yanni. There's the final whistle, and it's finished all square here. It means that both these teams now will move to the top of Group 8. Gabor Asuka giving...